Hello, everyone. This is the winner chicken dinner, the giveaway results. Winner chicken dinner. Is that universal? Like someone won or someone is lucky? I mean, is it really universal, or does it mean something else? Like, why? Does it mean chicken dinner or chicken supper? know, uh, I've never actually thought about it before. I said it out loud just now. I wonder if that's a universal thing or just a me thing. Let's address the first thing. If I look tired or fatigued, it makes sense. It's been kind of a busy week. My wife was tied up with work stuff last week, so I was scurrying all about making sure I got to work and got the kids to all their activities, and then had to spend quite a bit of time in the weekend mowing. Also, the walk snail goggles came out, the Goggles X, which, to my surprise, had a lot of interest. I don't know why it was surprising. I guess I should have expected it. I guess I didn't have really an expectation. And a lot of comments on there, so I've kind of prioritized a lot of my time since that video and making sure I try to get back to people who have left comments and questions, things like that. And then my wife and one of our kids got sick this week, and they've been kind of down and been trying to take care of them as well as get the other kid that's still living with us here at home around to all of her activities as well. Youngest was only sick for a day, pretty much. She's 13. They get fast so quick when they're young, it seems like. Mom's still struggling quite a bit, unfortunately. Our youngest, our 13-year-old, also got her braces off today, so that was a big moment for her. It's been like 2.5 years, something like that. So she has about a week of wearing a retainer, and then pearly whites are out for everybody to see. As far as the giveaway goes, we've got 10 packages. If I remember correctly, one radio, the rest are quads. Kind of a mix between I think it's more analog than anything else, but analog walk snail HD0 and an 03. Maybe there was a couple of 03 based quads in there. The channel pays for shipping up to $35. Generally, it's not a problem. I don't think in the last couple of years of giveaways I've actually asked anyone to pay over the $35. It's just I got to have a cutoff somewhere because I never know. There might be a new place out there, or for some reason, a place that's not that far away, but it's exorbitantly expensive. Speaking of shipping, I'll ship the winnings to the winners one time. And I say that because we have had a few packages, maybe 4, maybe 5, that have been returned, and I have never been able to make heads or tails out of why, because oftentimes it's in a foreign language. Maybe it's just, drones are restricted in that area, so they just send them back. Even though I don't put drone on the customs information that you have to fill out, I always put like a RC helicopter or toy or 4-propellered helicopter, something like that. What else? The winners will have an email in their email account that they use to fill out the survey, or they will have one shortly. Be patient with me, this isn't my job, so it takes me some time to do those things. And you have 5 days to respond to that email. After 5 days, I don't know why I always do that. But anyways, there's a cutoff. I guess that's what that means. At 5 days, and that means it stays here and then goes into the next giveaway. So winner chicken dinner. Let me know if that's actually universal or not. And for all the people that had questions and really, quite a few views. I think there was, last I looked, 9,000 views on the Goggles X and 200 plus comments. I appreciate all the people coming to watch. I have had questions about doing latency testing on that. I think Ian over at Mads Tech is much more well equipped to do that sort of thing, so I'm going to defer to him on that. And actually, I said that in one of the comments on his video, was that I was looking forward to his testing. Not so much because I'm curious about it, but just I know that the community is curious about it, whether it's glass to glass faster than the old set of walk snail goggles, or HD0 with a VRX in the front, all the different combinations that we now have, and how that plays out, because some people are very sensitive to it, and maybe they've had troubles adjusting, so they want to know. And I'm sure he'll do a good job. He always makes good videos on that sort of topic. Okay, I've got everything lined up on the desk. We need to switch down there. Okay, let's refresh this page just to kind of get an upfront view. I have to take my glasses off so I can see the screen. My glasses mainly only help me with distance viewing. So 4,300 views, which is kind of about average as far as regular views on any old video. So that would probably mean that more people who are actually regular viewers of the channel or people who are in FPV are actually participating and viewed the video. Oftentimes the views are way higher than the number of submissions. I suppose there's a good number of folks out there that they have a full fleet or they don't want to take a quad from possibly someone else, possibly someone new. And I have an appreciation for all those people making that sacrifice. 426 comments. And Duckwing5661, he was the first to do the list. So I pinned that right up here so everybody can see the list prizes. I did award him his prize for doing that list and being first. I don't know why I said that in the video. It's the first time I've ever done that, but sometimes off the cuff is fun. So over here on the responses, we got 1,782 responses. And I can kind of tell by the number of responses and views whether it's, kind of caught fire somewhere on the internet. Like I had one giveaway. It's been a few years though now. One giveaway video that had like 61,000 views and 48,000. It was some huge number. And maybe it didn't have a survey attached to it. And maybe that was the video that kind of pushed me into doing something that had a survey, required some effort other than just leaving a comment. But some pretty interesting findings. Now keep in mind, if you look at these findings, this is a giveaway video, so it can attract attention from people who aren't at all interested in FPV. It's coming from a micro-centric channel, so that's going to probably swing the results a little bit one particular way. I think it probably swings it a little bit analog. But for me and for all of you that come, I do appreciate you taking the time to fill out the form and giving us this little bit of fun data to look at. So I know you can see this, but I'm going to kind of read through it for anybody who just might be listening. So as far as which video system do you primarily use? So assuming you fly that 50+% of the time, we have analog coming out on top at 52%. And then we have DJI 03 and Link. I kind of grouped those two together with 03 and Link and what we used to call Vistas. That came in second at 28%. And let's see. So Walksnail came in after that at 8%. HD0 came in after that at 7.2%. And then at 4.9% is I don't have any yet. So that's pretty interesting. Over half of the people who submitted the survey, again, it could be skewed a little bit, are still flying analog. And that would make sense for a micro channel because I'm like the 52%. I still fly probably, I would say 60% analog when I'm just commonly flying. Which video system do you have? Check all that apply. So 82% have analog. Next up is the DJI 03 and Link at 38.3%. Walksnail, nope, it's HD0 this time. 18.1% came in third, HD0, and then Walksnail Avatar, that came in at 17.1%, and you can see the number of tallies there as well. And then again, at 5.3%, we have none. I don't have any yet, which is terrible grammar. I get it, but moving on. How often do you fly HD video systems? So coming in at 46.9%, or no, 46.9% fly HD video systems 0 to 20% of the time. 22.7% fly HD video systems 81 to 100% of the time. 13.6, boy, look at that thing flash. That's crazy. 13.6% of the time people fly, 13.6% of people fly HD video systems, 61 to 80%, and then next is 9.1%. That would be 41 to 60% of the time, and at 7.6%, 21 to 40% of the time you fly HD video systems. So that's pretty interesting, especially when you pose that against the 52% that noted that they fly analog. That's one of the systems. What do you primarily fly? Check all that apply. So micro quads, whoops, 3-inch prop or less, 89.6% of the time. That was one thing that surprised me. I know that a good many of you have, quite a sprawling RC fleet and probably crawlers and trucks and boats and all sorts of RC stuff. It's all good fun. But I just really didn't expect that, nearly 90% of all the people that came are 3-inch prop or less. 52% also have 5-inch quads, traditional quads I called them. and 8.4% have what I call giant 5-inch, bigger than 5-inch props. And then 14.3% of you have fixed wings as well. And I've seen a few comments in some Facebook groups, one tonight while I was sitting at dance waiting for our youngest, about having trims on our radios, otherwise they're useless for wings, which I get, but I don't really fly wings. I have all the fun that I need in quads. Okay, so we have those 1,782 responses, and we go over to our spreadsheet. It starts at number 2, obviously, and then it goes all the way down. I think I've hidden all the names. Yes, only the friendly name will appear out here, so that will be the name we'll use in the video. I've hidden everything else, and then we scroll down, 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 and we should have 1,783. And to match that, over at random.org, I've started at number 2, and we finish at 1,783, and we'll click the Get Numbers. So all the folks in here, you have an opportunity to win. I'll probably have a bunch of jump cuts as we go through this. So if you see cuts, it's not nefariousness. It's just trying to get through it. We've got 10 of these to go. And oftentimes I make a mistake. I better get a little piece of paper out so I can write some numbers on it as I go through so I can keep myself straight. Because in more than one giveaway, I have drawn more winners than I had prizes, and then I had to come up with another prize or two. So, okay, let's go back up to random.org, and the first winner is 664. Nearly a goocher, we would call that if it were 666. 664, and yeah, I'm still doing the scroll thing. I know there's a shortcut, but I keep forgetting to look at that before I get in here. 664, and I think a lot of you like the scroll thing. Henry M. has won, and he has won the first product, which if we go back over here, I'm not going to do this for everyone, but if we go back over to the list that Duck Wayne made for us, number 1 is the Jumper T-Light. So congratulations to you, Henry M. And we can see his information there that he has. He primarily flies DJI and the 03, but he also has analog, walk snail. He has them all, it looks like. Maybe even HD0. Let's see. Yeah, has them all. And has quads from 5-inch prop on down. No fixed wing, apparently. So congratulations, Henry M. You have won the Jumper T-Light. All right, let's go back over to random.org, and we're going to be picking number 2. Number 2 is 477. 477, that should be relatively close. Everybody's looking for their name. 477. Oh, I went too far. 77, I thought. JJFPV. JJFPV's primary HD system is HD0, and he does have HD0 and analog, and he flies HD systems about 0 to 20% of the time, and he also has 5-inch down to micro quads. JJ, congratulations. You have won prize number 2 on the list, and you can always... I'll link the original giveaway video down in the video description so you can check Duck Wang's listing of the prizes. There's actually a few of them in there, but I know Duck Wang's was first. And I do appreciate everybody else taking a moment to enter and give it a shot. All right, let's. We're picking number 3 now. 1323. Almost wrote 1223 on my pad, and my pen is running out of ink. Wonderful. 1323, because that looked like an 8. 1323. 1323. Who remembers the Carol Burnett show? Yeah, I used to love watching the Carol Burnett show. Harvey? What was Harvey's last name? 1323. I'm getting sidetracked here. Maybe I am a little bit tired. Thomas! Thomas, you are winner number 3. You win prize number 3, and you should have an email from me. Please respond. All winners, please respond to my email. Don't create a fresh one. A scammer's going to come along, by the way, and he's going to have an icon that looks just like mine because they swipe it, and then they're going to have some weird name. They'll probably include Nick Burns somewhere in the name, but it'll also have something about Telegram or some sort of WhatsApp or some sort of scam platform or a platform they can use for their scam. Click the triple dots to the right of their comment and select their comment as spam unwanted. I'll come along and clear them out as quickly as I can, as often as I can. But do know that the spammer is going to come along. Let's see, what else does Thomas have? He does DJI 3. I think I may have said that, and he also has analog, and he flies HD 60 to 80% of the time, or 61% to 80% of the time. And he also has 5-inch down to micro quads. Congratulations, Thomas. You should have an email from me. Let's go back. We're picking number 4, 1745. 1745. 1745. Hamna FPV. Congratulations, you have won prize number 4 in that list that we showed from Duck Wang. You fly analog and DJI, HD 20 to 40% of the time, and you too also have from 5-inch on all down to micro quads. So congratulations there, Hamna FPV. At number 1745. Right? 1745. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake. Yes, 1745. All right, we're going to be picking number 5 now. 1341. 1341. And there it is. Andy. Andy RC. Andy Griffith. Who is Andy? But Andy has the 03. And he also flies analog, and he flies HD 80 to 100% of the time. But he does have 5-inch on and down to micro quads. Congratulations, Andy, at 1341. You have won prize number 5. All right, number 6. Click again. 1420. We've gotten a lot of high numbers. We haven't gotten anything below. What's our lowest number? 477 is the lowest number so far. 1420. 14. Whoa, it's close. Going too fast. Irwin. 1420. Irwin, congratulations. You have won prize number 6. And Irwin has analog, walk snail, HD 0. Did I miss one? Oh, avatar's in there. And then how often he flies HD 0 to 20% of the time. And he has traditional 5-inch quads. Well, there's one thing's for certain is you can no longer say, well, I guess that's primarily. You will have a micro. We don't know if you do or not, but you will have a micro. Irwin, again, congratulations and thanks for coming and participating. This is number 7. 1720, another high number. Maybe random.org isn't so random this evening. Maybe it's locked up, kind of like that work issue I had. Mush Mush. At 1720. Mush Mush has analog and is his primary system, so he flies HD system 0 to 20%, and he is microcentric from his selection, 3-inch prop or smaller. Congratulations, Mush Mush, at 1720. You have won prize number 7. Remember, I have sent all the winners an email, or you will have an email shortly. Please be patient and reply to that email. I will request that, because that is one way I can ensure that everybody who wants to try to fool me can't fool me. Oh, there we go, 260. So now we get to scroll a long way, so keep your eyes peeled to the screen for your name. Who's number 260? 260. I'm going too fast? Maybe? 260. 260. Keep saying 260, and I'll get there eventually. 260. 260. There it is. 260. Alex C. Alex C. flies analog, and he has only analog, it looks like, so he flies HD 0 to 20%, and he is a microcentric flyer as well, 3-inch prop or smaller. Congratulations, Alex. Alex C. Sorry. You have won prize number 8. Go back over to random.org. We're going to pick for prize number 9. 552, another relatively small number, but we haven't gotten down to like anything below 100. I'd like to see a wider spread. 552, right? Yeah, 552. 552. 552. Silbear. Silbear. I got a bigger piece of paper. Silbear flies walk snail and avatar, and he also has analog. Flies HD 60 to 80% of the time, and he's a 5-inch. So he also will, we can ensure that if Silbear responds to my email and the quad safely reaches him, that he will also be part of the micro group if he's not already. Okay, number 10, I have to write out to the side here. Number 10, let's go back over to random.org. This is the final prize in this particular giveaway. Don't worry, I tend to give everything that comes to the channel away. No, I do not sell them. I can't get with that. I can't rectify that in my head. 95% of this stuff is sent for free to me. I can't envision sending them and making someone pay for them. That's why I give them all away, because then everybody's got a fair chance. And, there's potential that it could start on fire the very first time you plug it in after I get it, because I've crashed all of these. Well, yeah, I'm pretty certain I've crashed. I don't know that there's a single quad I haven't crashed. And that would be really odd if I had only crashed it once. Even the little slow-flying Cinewhoops, because they're flying fast. Yeah, they've all been crashed, so I don't really have any assurance that this product is perfect. I hope that it reaches everyone and they're able to enjoy it. And if they don't choose it's not for them, then they can sell it. Okay, so 552 was our 9th winner, and number 10 in your programs, but number 1 in your heart is number 160. It's way up here. We got close to double digits. 160. Okay, I don't know how you pronounce a number in a name, so we'll just say Mard. Mard won at 160. Mard has HD0, which is interesting because which video system do you have? And he says, I don't have none. So I'd have to assume that Mard does not have one. And he selected 3-inch prop or less. It's kind of funny. I actually stopped the recording and started it again because when I was, reading everything, I had my hat kind of propped up so I could get more light. And then I put my glasses on and I started recording again. And I didn't know I had my hat up here like an old farmer. At the end of his hot day, you wipe your brow and just kind of plop the hat on your head somehow and get in your truck and drive on home. But while I worked on farms, I played baseball, front to back. Ears out. Wear your hat however you like it. That's just how I grew up wearing it, and it's kind of stuck with me all these years. But giveaway is concluded, so I appreciate everybody who came, and hopefully you enjoyed maybe the results, maybe the thought, the excitement that maybe you got selected. And we do have 10 winners. Congratulate them down in the comment section. Hopefully they're there. And again, you should have an email from me, and it will only be from me, and it will just need you to reply to it, and it'll say to reply to it. And then we'll get shipping information, and I'll start getting these packages. Please be patient, all of our 10 winners. It takes me some time. Sometimes I feel like it takes me longer to do giveaway videos than it would to do a product review, just because of the packaging and making sure that I try to make sure everything is well packed, and that I have got spare props. If I took the spare props out of the bag, or if I use the spare props, see if I can find some of my own spare props. I do put stickers in all the boxes. Hopefully everybody is able to get a sticker. Some people want that, and I guess some people might not. That's not the sticker box. Where did the sticker box go? Oh, so yeah, I put one of these stickers in the box, and then I have, if you don't know, I'll plug FPV Outreach again. FPV Outreach is a place where you can get some custom stickers, and as well as a lot of widespread FPV stickers that you can find all over the place. Just go to fpvoutreach.com. That is run by Jesse Perkins, Mr. Tiny Whoop, and then you get a bunch of custom stickers. I don't really use stickers. I never really have, even as a kid, but I've got 2 subscriptions to FPV Outreach because I wanted to support that. I didn't finish. FPV Outreach, their goal in doing this is that they sell this subscription to you for stickers, so you get new stickers every month, and then they take those funds and they try to bring RC into children's hospitals in the Colorado area. I believe Jesse is he in Boulder? I think so. He's in the Colorado area, so he's doing a great thing by bringing FPV and RC to kids that are in beds, and that has a special place in my heart because all 3 of our kids have what could be lifelong, not terminal, but lifelong fairly serious medical diagnoses, and they all kind of spent some time in a hospital early on when treatments first started. So, and our middle kid is immunosuppressed because of her medical diagnosis, and she got chickenpox, and chickenpox for her was so serious that she was admitted to the hospital, and she was put into one of those special rooms where they have a air circulation system that's specific to that room, and only mom and I could come up there, as well as medical staff, obviously, but she wasn't allowed any visitors, and she wasn't allowed to leave, and she was there for about a week. So although that suited her pretty well, my dad heart in me felt pretty bad that this little kid was locked in this area and really couldn't have any close interaction, no physical contact really with anyone, because everybody had to wear gloves and stuff. So, and there's kids that are much worse off. We see them when we go over to the Children's Mercy hospitals for their appointments, and you see kids that have had a real rough time. So I really appreciate what Jesse's doing for those kids. So that's why I've subscribed twice. And I have a lot of stickers, and I pass those on to you. But if you'd like to support FPV Outreach again and getting RC into kids' hands that are having a little bit of a rough go in life, fpvoutreach.com. Okay, I got a little bit sidetracked there. Where was I at? Okay, if I were a professional YouTuber, I would have a script or something, but that's not the case. I wing it off the top of my head for the most part. Let's see. You should have an email from me, or if you don't, you will soon. Thank you, everyone that came and participated. I found the survey results pretty interesting. Again, keep in mind, those could be skewed. I hope it's only skewed one way or another by a small percentage. Because based upon my kind of instincts with the number of submissions that we saw and the number of views in the video, that actually is a little bit lower, I think, than normal on giveaway videos. So hopefully, if there is a skewing of that information, it's small one way or another. But you really can't count that. It's not a statistical or a scrutinized survey by any stretch. I'll send the package once. If it comes back to me, then it just goes into a giveaway again. I do put, something like toy helicopter or something like that. I put like a $10 value on it. So hopefully if you have any sort of customs or taxes that might have to pay, it's really low. I think if I put lower than $10, my concern is they would just go, oh, something's fishy here, and kick it back to me or something like that. So I try to do that benefit for everyone, and it'll take me a few days to get the packages. I try to make as few trips to the shippers as I really only use 2 shipping stops, UPS and USPS. Although for international, it's actually I take it to USPS, and then it's shipped to another company, and then that company handles the logistics getting it outside of the US and on to where its destination is. So I get to drop it off at UPS or USPS, but it doesn't actually ship all the way through there. But in those cases, the tracking pretty much stops at the US border. Pay $35. I think I covered everything. I really, as far as future looks, I have the Dark Star, which I think I called the Dark Knight in a video. I've been holding on to this because I really had felt that with all the other 2-inch 2S micro Cinewhoops, that they all had the benefit of at least one flight where it was single-digit wins, and I just haven't had that in the time that I've had this and been available to fly. There was a calm day we had recently, but it was raining. It was a nice calm rain, but I can't take this out. So that video will probably be coming, because I think at this point it's time to make the video. I keep waiting. I've done all the other flying and the other conditions. There's still value there that you could take away in how does it fly in some winds that are above 10 miles an hour rather than just single digits, which I can't try to include. I've got one other product that's not a quad. It's actually a battery charger. I've been using it this week. At some point, there'll be a video on that, although battery charger videos aren't really highly watched videos. Maybe it's just because I don't know what you guys want to see. So if you're interested in battery charger stuff, and there's stuff in the videos that you want to see, please let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.